Hello, everyone. This is Kim Jacobs, and I am excited because we are getting ready to announce this week's winner for the subscription contest that I have with the Kim Jacobs Show. When I say fired up, I'm super fired up because I get the opportunity to be able to get on here, talk to you. Right now, I'm sitting in a stationary position here on YouTube, and I'm able to go live from anywhere on Facebook. But the goal is for me to be able to go live anywhere from YouTube as well. So let me first start just by sharing a few tips with you. I don't ever want to get on without giving you a few nuggets. So point number one, as you are reaching your goals, how do you go about reaching your goals sooner, making them happen faster than the average time that it takes for you to be able to see your goals manifest? Something that worked very well for me over the years when I was, especially in my younger years, I truly lived by this philosophy. This philosophy is visualization. I would put everything that I ever really wanted to see from a material perspective, I would put it up visually so that I could see that thing right before me. And it's something that my husband and I used to do all the time, put it up on the refrigerator. If we wanted a specific vehicle or if we wanted a specific house, you name it, we would put a picture of it right where we could visualize it and see it. And I'll give you a quick example. One time we both, when we were younger, wanted to live in one of these houses that we thought would be like the American dream type of situation. And we would throw newspapers. He was throwing newspapers in addition to working for the pharmaceutical company that he worked for. And so we would drive through these pristine neighborhoods and he would toss this Washington Post paper. And we were like, wow, I wonder what these people do in order for them to be able to be so wildly successful and being able to, wait a minute, let me make sure I'm connected to the internet here on this thing. Okay. What in the world do these people do for a living in order for them to have a house like that? So it was just a dream building session is what it was for us. We would drive through the neighborhood, throw the newspapers, and just dream build. Well, we put that on our refrigerator that we wanted that particular lifestyle. And guess what? The very first house that we purchased when we were younger was in the exact same neighborhood where those newspapers were being thrown by us in our 20s. I'm telling you, when you put something out there that's a visual of what you desire to have happen, that's why vision boarding is so important. It's necessary because you get a visual of what it is that you would like to see happen and what you want to see become a reality in your life. And then guess what? It can become that because as a man thinketh, so is he, so is she. If you can think that thing and start putting it in your mind, put it in your spirit, it's something that can ultimately become a reality. But I'm also a big believer that you can think something all you want and you can say something all you want with positive self-talk. But if you don't put any action towards it, guess what? That is just you talking to yourself because you didn't do anything to start putting something in motion for it to become a reality in your life. So if you believe wholeheartedly that you have a desire for something to manifest in your life, then start putting action steps towards it too. Yes, visualize it, speak it into existence, but then also take some action steps to start making that thing become a reality in your life. Point number two, don't get too comfortable where you are. Wherever you are right now in life, don't get so comfortable that you're just sitting there stagnant and not willing to learn new things, not willing to try something new, to say, okay, what's a different angle? This hasn't worked for me. So what am I not doing that I could be doing? You have so much inside of you that you are just maybe not tapping into. But guess what? You have to start somewhere. But if you're just sitting, laying stagnant and not doing anything, not trying anything new, then complacency kicks in. And I know that God has given us too many gifts and too many talents for us to not be able to see some of the things that we desire to have happen in our lives become a reality. So don't get so comfortable where you are. If you want your goals to become a reality sooner, then make them become a reality sooner, okay? That's something that you can do. God has gifted you to do some great things. So know that you have that capability within you. Point number three, be about your business. Be about your own business. Don't worry about everybody else and what they have going on. Have your own special plans and a plan of action, a strategy that you're going to implement in a given day. Don't get up and start just doing something without having some things written down, some things that you've prayed about, things that you would like to see happen in your day. Because if you don't have a plan for your day, then other people are going to plan your day. And I've heard so many people speak about that. My mentor, Les Brown, talks about that all the time. He says, if you don't have an agenda, then your agenda is going to be filled by somebody else's agenda, because then it's like, well, you don't have anything else to do. That's not what you want to be found doing in a given day. In a given day, you want to definitely have a plan of action. Get up, get going, and be about your business, knowing that you have something to offer this world that nobody else does. And that brings me to point number 4. Number 4 is don't worry about comparing yourself to others. Celebrate other people. Be excited about what people are doing and what God is blessing them with. Their blessing is not your blessing. So don't worry about if you say, well, wow, that person's getting this to happen in their lives, and this is what they want, what they have that I'm able to see, and I don't see those things happening in my life. Well, guess what? Don't covet and don't be envious of other people, because what God has for you is for you. It's specifically for you. Don't worry about what God has for somebody else, because that's what he wanted them to have. Stop trying to covet and be jealous of other people's stuff. That limits your opportunity to be all that God gifted you to be. So don't worry about that. Just focus on his plan for your life and how you're going to salt the earth and how you're going to help make a difference in this world, because who you are does make a difference. Okay, so if I look like I'm going like this, it's because I'm looking at 2 different devices. As you can see, I'm actually on Facebook Live and I'm also on YouTube Live, because I plan to maximize my time. So let's go ahead now and officially draw this week's winner. Are you all ready for this? Yes, I know you are. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so this week's subscription winner, let's talk about what that is. This is subscribing. That's funny. It's like I'm doing like an edited thing, like I'm rewinding, but I'm doing it with my mouth. Okay, listen. If you have subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show on YouTube, first of all, I thank you and I'm grateful for your subscription. My goal is to get, this is just a short-term goal, is to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can start going live anywhere outside of just having to sit in front of my computer on YouTube. The only way right now that I can be on YouTube Live is when I am sitting here stationary. My goal is to be able to take YouTube and be anywhere and start interviewing people wherever I want to be and not just be sitting right here stationary. So I thank you so much for subscribing. I encourage you to have your friends and your family members, your coworkers, your church members to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. It takes a few minutes just to go ahead and put that subscription, hit that subscription button, hit like, and comment on some of the shows that are going on. You can scroll down. I've interviewed tons of guests. I have guests that I've interviewed like Emmitt Smith and NFL all-time leading rusher and his lovely wife, Pat Smith. And I've interviewed Dominique Wilkins. I've interviewed, and he's NBA Hall of Famer. I've interviewed Les Brown and Ed Blunt, and you name it. I've interviewed some tremendous people. The last person to survive the plane crash on the Hudson. I've interviewed Coach Lamont from WBTV when he was with the morning show. I've interviewed, Geraldine Brisbane Crooks from Brisbane Academy. I've interviewed Christine Kozachuk, who started Every Girl Wins Institute. You name it, I've pretty much interviewed these individuals, and it's some great backstories on the Kim Jacobs Show. So go check them out. All you have to do is scroll down, and you'll see lots of interviews there. And it's people sharing their backstories on how they have overcome various things to become who they are today. And people have overcome quite a bit of things. So make sure you check it out on the Kim Jacobs Show, okay? Go subscribe, turn on your notifications, like the shows, comment on them, and continue to tell people that the Kim Jacobs Show is available on YouTube. Okay, Frankie, are you going to help me? Frankie's going to come in and help me by selecting this week's winner. Before we shake the bowl up and all of that stuff.
How are you guys doing? So right now.
Okay, so here's Frankie.
We're gonna shake this up. We're gonna pick a winner. It's 100% impartial. So
it's 100% what?
Impartial.
Impartial, right.
One just fell on the ground.
Oh, one just fell on the ground. Put that back in that bowl, boy.
Let's do it again. Shuffle that. Okay, now I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick something. Okay, this one right here.
Okay, who is that?
Okay. Jakaya Brown.
Jakaya Brown, you are the winner of this week's competition for the subscription to you being a subscriber on the Kim Jacobs Show. Jakaya Brown, make sure you know that you are the winner for this week's subscriber competition with the Kim Jacobs Show. So you will receive a special gift from the Kim Jacobs Show. And as soon as I get your information, make sure that you communicate with me. I'll be reaching out to you, Jakaya Brown. You will be getting a gift from the Kim Jacobs Show. So there you have it. This week's winner was Jakaya Brown. Congratulations to you, Jakaya. And so excited that you won on today's show. All right. You want to say anything, Frankie? I know every time I like to get just a point from Frankie because he's so intelligent.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say right now. I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. She's a great person. She really would love to just bring you with her throughout her day, and she put out so much more content. So if you want to see more content from Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor, then get her to 1,000, and you're gonna get a lot more content. That's for sure.
Well, thank you, Frankie. And thank you for coming and actually picking the names each week. And if you have not purchased Extreme Balance Makeover for better solutions, better focus, better life, then make sure that you go to Amazon with Smile. Remember, I said smile.amazon.com because that's where you can support Gabe's Heart Foundation and purchase Extreme Balance Makeover, which is the book that I wrote that's available on Amazon. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you apply those 4 tips that I shared with you. Remember, visualize, but don't just visualize, take action with your visualization so that you're actually implementing an action step. Number 2 was don't get too comfortable where you are. Make sure that you're ever learning and always trying to get to a better understanding of the field that you're interested in. Number 3, be about your own business and making sure that you have an agenda, a plan of action each day when you get going so that you're not just willy-nilly out here doing any old thing and not having any special course of action for your day. And then number 4, don't covet or be jealous of other people because what God has for them is for them and what God has for you is for you. So, okay, take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Frankie.
Yep, no problem.